Hello ladies, and welcome back again to our third card. So this card is an A-fold card. So I'll just show you. It's just a small card and it has the little cutout sentiment on top. So in our kits we will get our envelope, our base card and layering pieces. You will get your cutout and our circle. That's the insert of our card, and this is to make our embellishment flower, which is this one up here, and our sentiment and middle of the flower. Okay, we're just going to start off with making the base of the card first. It's just folded in half and score. We're going to get our layering pieces so they just fit nicely on there. So this is just another one of those beautiful DSP flowers. Look at both sides, you could choose whichever side you like. So we're continuing on using the Floral Essence stamp set. I'm just going to layer that up. So the colours that I'm using is Granite Grey, Calypso and Calypso Coral. Okay, so now what we're going to do is the flower. Oh, I can't pick it up. Is the flower. So we're just going to stamp the image. So we're going to be using this image here. So we're just going to stamp it in our Memento Black. And we're going to do a little bit of sponging on that. So I have chosen to use Calypso Coral. So our Calypso Coral. Actually, I like Flirty Flamingo. Okay, so to do our sponging, you just dab onto your ink pad, and I always brush off a little bit to get rid of those marky lines. And we're just going to start in the middle and go out and even over the lines. So we want it darker in the middle and lighter on the outside. So ink up again, just brush off and then just make it a little bit darker in the middle section. And when you think you've got it dark enough, or how you would like it, that will do. So now that's a little bit of fussy cutting. They say the trick to fussy cutting is hold your scissors straight and move the paper. So I'm just going to start off and show you. You know, and it all takes practice. A lot of people hate fussy cutting, but I don't mind fussy cutting. Normally I leave a little bit of white, but for this one I just wanted the outline of the so it was more a definition of the flower. My scissors are stuck. So you just move your paper around. So you don't have to watch all of me cutting out. I have actually done one. So this is this one here. So now we've got our flower. Now we just want to put a centre. So I'll just put this one here so you can see what I'm doing. So we just want to do a centre in the flower. So what I've done is just squashed all that up. So not everyone has the little centres of the flowers. So just squash it. It's a 1/4 inch circle. So whatever punches you've got, just squash it up and give it a little bit of dimension. And now I'm going to use just a small dimensional and add it to the center of the flower. So that's our flower done. So with our punch outs, you get your punch out leaf. Just going to bone fold that again. And add this to the flower. So I'll just put that aside to dry and we'll work on our next little bit. So you will get this beautiful die cut. It's from these, this is the set it's from, Sweetly Stitched. So you get all those dies in one, and it's stitched so sweetly. That's that one. And then I've cut out a 2 1/4 inch circle that's just going to fit over that. So we're going to work on this 2-inch circle to start off with. So we get our aqua painter and our ink, which is the Mossy Meadow I decided to use. I changed my mind. So this is our Mossy Meadow ink, and I'm just going to squeeze it really tightly, and hopefully I'll get some on, doesn't want to come onto my thing. So I've got some on my lid, and I'm going to get my aqua painter. Or you can use a paintbrush. So your aqua painter just has water in it. So we're just going to add a lot of water here to our pad. Get it quite wet, and then we're just going to, it might take a couple of minutes to, we mightn't have enough water. We're just going to add some splotches to our circle. And when you think you've got enough, you just wipe your aqua painters off on a paper towel, put that aside, and that will just give a nice little background to our flower. So we're going to adhere that onto our die cut. Just fits nicely in there. Centre it up. And we'll use a couple of dimensionals to add our flower. We'll just get those off. And we'll just place that to the side there. So that little splotching just gives a nice background. So now I've got water everywhere here. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this to the top of our card. So now a good way, we just want to make, you don't want to make it too big. So if you just get your envelope when you're actually doing this, so you can sort of work out, okay, it's going to fit in my envelope. So I'm just going to work on these 2 points here. So if I put that, glue them onto the top of the card, it's going to fit into the envelope, no worries at all. So all I'm going to do is add my glue or adhesive. Your tear and tape's probably a good idea for this bit here. So I'm just going to eyeball that. Some people will really want to make sure it's in the centre, but eyeballing's good enough for the minute. So I'm just adding that to the top of the card, and then we're going to do a sentiment. I decided I was going to do a sympathy card. So Flourish Phrases is the set I chose, which is, as you can see, it is current at while I'm doing this video, but the end of May it is gone, and it's a wood stamp. So everybody who used to know that I really loved the wood stamps until the cling stamps came in. So we're just using with sympathy. so I'm just going to stamp that up, and I'm also going to use Mossy Meadow for that as well. So I cut that out with our rectangle stitch dies. So I've done one here. And I've just added a little bit of twine on the end to make it a little bit prettier. I've also used our beautiful butterfly duo punch. And I've just used the little butterfly, and I'm just going to add a butterfly up here. So I just like to use my bone folder again. I do it one way, then just the tips of the leaves I just put the other way so he looks like he's flying. So I'm just going to glue that to this piece and add a pearl to the center of him. These are our metallic pearls, either gold or silver. So, and then I'm just going to adhere that onto the card. I'll use dimensionals for that. And I'm just going to put it to the side, line it up. So that's the base of the card for the inside of the card and the envelope. Sorry, I just get these. I'm just going to stamp the flower image again. But I'm just going to stamp it down the bottom on the corner. And the same with the envelope, just in the corner. And then I'm going to get our centre and stamp it with crushed curry. Sorry, a bit off there. And with our sponge that's already got a little bit of the ink on, I'm not going to add any more. I'm just going to give it a light sponge around just to add a little bit of colour to both the envelope and the insert. You just don't want too much. It's just going to add a little bit of the colour to that. So we'll add the insert. And you can put whatever sentiments you like. And there's your card. It's a pretty little card, and just another different design that you can get more out of the same stamp set. Thank you, ladies. See you again.